Hello guys, welcome to Scene Through Wrist. I'm your host. What's on my wrist today? I am wearing my lovely Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch. I just love this one. However, let's focus on the main topic of this episode. I'll be showing you how to set time, how to wind the watch, and how to operate the chronograph based on Audemars Piguet and then based on my Omega that I wear today. So let's get started. This watch has a mechanical movement as opposed to quartz movement, so it will happen that your watch will run out of power if you don't wear it every day. You have to wind your watch in order to provide more power. So let's get started. Let's screw out the crown like this. Couple of twists. Now you can see that the crown just popped out. That's the first position in which you wind your watch. Give it a little wind. You can hear this pleasant movement and pleasant noise. Very mechanical. It's very distinctive. You'll hear it. Okay, so I gave it a little bit of more power, so it's currently running now. And now I'll show you how to adjust the time. That's gonna be the first click, so let's put it back. Just do it like this. Push it very slightly. That's where you adjust a date on the watch. Second click, that's where you adjust time. So you will go all around the dial just to show you how the date changes. Yeah, as you probably have noticed, the date has changed because we went around the midnight. So let's say it's 6 a.m. Yeah, 6 a.m. Let's push it all the way back. Unclick, just do one click. Yeah, and then you can adjust the date manually like this. Yeah, that's all pretty straightforward, so you won't have any problems with that, and the option stay the same for each and every watch. That's pretty much how you wind and how you set time in each and every mechanical watch. Let's pop the crown back, give it a little twist. Okay, it's all back, and now I'll show you how to operate the chronograph in the watch, because that's one of the functions of it, so it's useful to use it. First we need to unscrew the top pusher. Alright, now if you press this crown while the watch is fully wound, see what happens. You can see that central hand started to move, and actually that's your stopwatch. So if you leave it open and running, then you will see that these three sub-dials will start counting time. This one on the right is a 30-minute counter. This one at 6 o'clock is small seconds, so it counts your seconds, regardless of the chronograph working or not. It's just how it is. And also on the left side you can see 12-hour counter. And if you want to stop the stopwatch, then simply press the top pusher again, and it stopped working. It's now stopped. And if you want to restart the chronograph to 12 o'clock position, you can simply use the bottom pusher. You have to unscrew it first, like this. Yeah, and simply press it, and it's all done. However, you need to remember to screw these pushers back in place, otherwise the water will go into your watch and basically ruin the movement. So just bear in mind, screw them back as soon as you are finished with using the chronograph, like this. Everything is all secured, and that's how you basically adjust the time, date, and use chronograph on this watch. So the AP is back in place. Now let's focus on this baby. And that's Omega Speedmaster Chronograph, as I mentioned before, and you probably know it already. Yes, so let's focus on winding this watch, and with this particular piece you actually don't need to care about pulling out any crowns or unscrewing any pushers. You simply just copy what I did in AP without unscrewing any crowns. Yeah, that's enough power. When you don't wear your watch, it's always suggested that you wind your watch from 20 to 40 times just to provide sufficient amount of power. Yes, and then we'll focus on adjusting the time. Just pull out the crown, first position and only position in this watch, because it only has hour hand and minute hand. There is no date like in AP chronograph. Okay, so let's say it's 2:30. Yeah, 2:30. 2:30. Push it back. Just always remember about pushing back the crown, otherwise your watch is not water resistant. Very important. Okay, so now to operate the chronograph, you simply press the top pusher to start the chronograph function working, like this. You can see the arrow-shaped hand is circling around the dial, like this. It's a beautiful and satisfying view. I love it. And in this watch you've also got 3 sub-dials, but they are arranged differently. That's because the movement of the AP watch and this chronograph are completely different. So on the left hand side you've got small seconds which work regardless of the chronograph. On the right hand side you've got 30-minute counter, and actually I was using this function when I was writing my finals at uni. It helped me to measure the time I need to complete one exercise. It's very useful in my opinion. 6 o'clock we've got 12-hour counter. I don't really use it unless I leave the stopwatch working for all day, so it's up to you if you use it or not. It's really optional. Guys, that's how you wind, adjust and operate the chronograph in your luxury watch. So let's round up this episode with wristwatch check. On my left wrist I've got Audemars Piguet chronograph. I just love how sparkling and shiny this watch is indeed, and even though it's in stainless steel, it's still shiny. Right, and on my right wrist we've got Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch. Classic, legendary chronograph, which I simply adore. It's just true to its form, to the original Speedmaster Moonwatch. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more episodes to follow.